Pleasure to be here this morning. Namaskar, everybody, and heartiest congratulations to everyone who's being inducted into this Hall of Fame. It looks so visible that I am the senior citizen among this group. And I guess every time Hari uses the word blessings, I'm reminded that I'm growing older. I want to just clarify to everybody that I'm just 30 years old with 30 years of experience after that. So that's where I come from. And I'd be happy to be associated with this organization who's trying to do something very interesting, very innovative. I want to just use this 5 minutes to share with you something which struck me just this morning, to be very honest. When I was ruminating, what is it that I could share with you? Hariharan School of Success Education. If I look at the HSSE, 4 words came to my mind, which I thought could be what HSSE could aspire to be a community of. For me, H is humility. I believe every person in the learning and development space should be available, approachable, accessible. In good old days, you were a very successful trainer if you were unapproachable, unavailable. And therefore, I know a lot of people who pretended to be busy, but actually idling. No offense to anybody, but all I'm trying to emphasize is a good trainer, a good learning and development professional should be humble, should be approachable, should be available. Because that is the first step to work together in the learning process. Whatever we as learning and development professionals try to share with a larger community, I strongly believe should be expressed in as simple a manner as possible. Jargons are there to impress, but very often after the session is over, you get into depression because you haven't understood what the jargon is all about. And you know, in today's world, no offense to Google, but Google gives you information and not knowledge. And therefore, it is the learning and development professional who can sieve out this information and convert it into knowledge. And that's where simplicity comes in. Simplicity of purpose, simplicity of expression, and simplicity in the manner we present ourselves to the learning and development fraternity. The third most important thing is we should remember we are all in the service profession. And I strongly believe in the service profession, you first serve, then deserve. Let's not start imposing demands, conditions, rules and regulations much before the engagement and association begins. Our motto should be to serve the learning community. In the process, we also learn. And if we are able to build in this culture that we learn from each other, I'm sure it's going to be a wonderful learning universe. And what 365? Hariharan, you can do 730 days of learning if one is able to imbibe and internalize this entire approach to service orientation as a training principle, as a learning principle. Here is where let's never forget that as learning and development professionals, every contact with the learning community is a moment of truth. There is going to be no lights, camera, action, and retake. Every moment is a moment of truth. And therefore, every one of us should aspire to give in the best. And that is where I would subscribe to excellence. And excellence as a philosophy where we look at doing our best. Don't worry so much in terms of comparing. Am I doing better than someone else? Is my victory in place only when I defeat someone? Is my victory in place when I get the tender over XYZ who bid it for a contract in an organization? Whatever I do to the highest level of excellence. So for me, when I thought about what could be simple things that every one of us should continue to do as a learning and development professional. I just looked at 4 things: humility, simplicity, serve to deserve, excellence. And so, enjoyably so, over my morning cup of coffee, I realized that's what HSSE is all about: humility, simplicity, serve to deserve, and excellence. And that's what I thought I would use the time allotted to me to share my perspective. I'd be happy to connect with everybody and continue this learning journey. And I hope to retire when I say that I'm 30 years old with 60 years of experience. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Wow, sir. Thank you.